Morning, good afternoon, good evening, collective. This is Janine, the celestial. Sorry about that. This is Janine. This is Celestial Messenger. Got a little sore throat. Kind of a little bit of spring kind of air, even though it's winter most of the places. I'm going to cleanse the energy with Palo Santos first off. Do the burning there. Through these readings that we have a protection force all around us. I give this reading. Tonight I will be using a Cat's Tarot. We're going to get some clarification from the T deck, fortune cards, on possibly who we're talking about, maybe some descriptions. And I'm going to pull 5 cards for lovers and money. Okay, so let me thank the Holy Spirit for residing in my temple. Holy Spirit, I thank you for residing in my temple so that I will be able to give an accurate reading to those who are watching this channel this evening, afternoon, morning. Please let all monitoring spirits go deaf during this reading. I please ask that you bless the collective and give us some clear messages and a direction in which we may go into in the next following week or a few days. So now I'm going to cleanse the energy and call in spirit. Now, these are the cards that I'll be using. So if you are sensitive to noises, I would suggest that you either take out your earpods or lower the sound. Okay. As usual, we're going to pull 5 cards from this deck, love and money, and then we're going to have some clarifications. They're already upright and reversed so that however they come out, they're going to come out. So I'm going to give them 3 shuffles, see what comes out. Cards are a little stiff. That's okay. I still work with them. I think I can still work with them. That didn't count. Okay. Remember, I'll make mistakes. Mistakes are just learning processes. Yeah, these ones are very stiff. That's all right, though. Spirit, please give me some messages that I can give to collective. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate, come back later. It might resonate. This is January 26th, 2026. Okay. We have first card out, reaching out first. Second card out, We aim for the same target, but fear keeps us from fully committing. Our union needs clarity, not hesitation. Looks like a love reading to me. Money worship, self-interest rules, decisions, disregard for fairness, values are for sale to the highest bidder. Money comes first and ethical concerns come second. We have digital detox. I'm lost in the virtual world and neglect real life relationships. Realizes the need for a digital detox and seeks clarity. Feels overwhelmed by digital content. Needs a break. Maybe you guys need to take a break off of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Maybe somebody else does because they're looking at too much of your stuff. And then we have the last card out is a trap. I fear you may be falling for a false flame, one that only brings temporary happiness. Well, so far it looks like we have somebody who wants to reach out to you. Take the first step in reaching out, establish dialogue, initiate conversations that lead to deeper understanding, multiple messages, though different forms. So these messages can come in different ways. Text, via phone, messages, messenger on Facebook, or TikTok or Instagram. So it looks like you will be having some kind of message coming in. From there, it looks like somebody has a hard time hesitating about their being committed. It might be a non-committal person. 2 also signifies duality. Next is just 27, and I explained this one a little bit already. Move this back so none of these cards get burned. Money worships. They worship money. It's kind of like the Nine of Pentacles. So possibly somebody's interested in just your money, is not necessarily for yourself because they can't make a commitment. They're just wanting to possibly use you. That's what I see so far. And this one is digital detox. So maybe take a break for a couple days. See what happens. A couple hours, a couple minutes. I don't know. Let's get into the cards and find out. My cat likes to get up here. I always have cat hair all over. And that's alright, my cat loves it. Okay. Cat loves this little velvet cloth. Always on my stuff. Okay, so let's get into the reading. I'll shuffle the card 3 times. Let's see what's going to come out and see how it's going to correspond to that. The oracle cards. 1, 2, I only post on YouTube. If you ever see any of my videos, they are probably stolen if they pop up somewhere else, like Instagram or TikTok. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the deck. Spirit, please give me the messages that I need to get collected this evening that I'm giving this reading. Here we go. Oh, that kind of goes with that. Page of Wands, reverse. Might have already done this cat one. Temperance, reverse. It's going to take some strength. Upright. with the Eight of Wands. Might even take walking away, because this person that you're dealing with might be non-committal. You guys just not on the same wavelength of where you want the relationship to go. And the Knight of Wands. Reverse. Okay, can you see those okay? Put this down a little bit. Okay, then we're going to do 5 more cards. The Hangman. Aw. The Magician. That's Oracle, Major Arcana card. The Fool's a Major Arcana card. This is a 2 of Swords, possibly. I'll find out. Looks like a sword to me. Looks like somebody's angry. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then the Tower card comes out. So, Tower is not necessarily a bad card. It comes in when some form of your life is not built on a solid foundation. So, sometimes you want to call in your towers. Personally, I did. I looked at one of my situations about a year ago. Looked how I was just kind of being strung along by a non-committal person, possibly a narcissist, but that's beside the point. He was in it for the money, so I can relate to this a little bit. Money and sex, basically. That's all he really cared about. Didn't care about my feelings. So I called in a tower. Okay, I decided I was just going to let the whole darn thing wrap up and fall away. So, the Page of Wands, reverse. This is somebody who really is very immature. All pages are immature. They don't know what they want. They kind of throw fits, especially being in reverse. Twos usually mean partnership, balance, and unity when they're especially upright. But we're going to go for a reversal tonight. So you can actually call your own, towers in. If you feel like something's off, like possibly you don't want to waste your time, you're in it to date to make a lasting relationship. This one says we aim for the same target, but fear keeps us from fully committing. Our union needs clarity, not hesitation. So this possibly is non-committal, maybe on both sides. Who knows? But you call in this tower, and if it's built on a faulty foundation, you can probably just end it, especially if it's all based on money. But it looks like you might have a stalker right there. Okay, so the Two of Wands offers so many lovely distractions. Don't worry, the sea in the background doesn't mean they're swimming ahead. Oh, there's a Page of Wands. Sorry about that. That was Page of Wands. Okay. Like I said, it's an immature. It's immature energy. Very immature. Your overeager energy has resulted in setbacks, indecisiveness, impatience, even aimlessness. It's past time to figure out a course of action, a line of pursuit. Just don't let the flash of a wing distract you. So this is a person that's easily distracted. Sort of like the pages are, let's say you guys have plans and dinner plans, and a friend stopped by over your significant other's place, and they get distracted by the friends, and instead of going out to your dinner plans, they get distracted and go out with their friends. This is a page that kind of leaps, doesn't think about consequences, doesn't think about what's going to happen in the future, just kind of wandering about. aimlessly, okay? There is no direction. I'll read up a little bit more on this page. And pages are, they can throw temper tantrums also. You know, they're very childish. Especially when they're page wands. That wand is fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. A fair young man, one impelled to render service, will be connected. A studious youth, taste, inclination, artificial attachment, seduction, and deception. So, this page is full of deception. Could also lie, probably. And probably is bringing no temperance to the relationship or your friendship. Even though it's a masculine card, it could be a feminine card, so flip the roles. If you're dealing with a feminine, she might not be able to commit. She might want to reach out to you, or you might want to reach out to her, according to the oracle cards. But they bring no balance, no temperance. Temperance is a major arcana card. Usually means balance, harmony, stability. And it's reversed. Upside down, the card invites you to consider what aspects of your life are out of balance. What actions to feel fast, too impulsive. Sometimes it's best to dip a toe before you dive into any kind of situation. Relationship or something that you are thinking about. You know, possibly this could be a business partner that you might want to go into business with. Or it could be a relationship. So you might want to look at the pros and cons, come up with a good balance there. Something that you could probably live with. Let me see. So we're going to get a little bit more clarity on that temperance card. Things connected with churches, religion, sex, the priesthood, also unfortunate combinations, disunion, compelling interests. So there's a disunion here. You both have your interests are not on the same page. Now let's take a look at that card. So yeah, you might want to reconsider this business, this partnership, love relationship, friendship, however that is. And how you're going to do that is by gaining strength. This is the strength card. It's also a major arcana card. It also rules Leo. Temperance rules Sagittarius. So far we have a lot of fire just in these three signs. So your fire elements are Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. But this is definitely a Sagittarius, and this is definitely a Leo card. So let's look up strength. It's going to take some strength in order to find balance so that you don't feel out of balance. one way or another. Because there's something that has you kind of doubting things, not having a balance in your life. It just seems uneven. Possibly, I don't see, wait, let me look. This card. This is 7. 7. Okay. 7 Wands. Looks like you're blocking something. But the Strength card is exactly what it says. You're going to need strength here. You're going to need to go in and really just think about your desires, your wants, and how somebody could possibly be manipulating you, because we have this money card out here. This could be a partnership, friendship, family dynamic, partnership. Whoever you're interested in, their interest is in money worshipping, self-interest, rules, decisions, disregard for fairness, values are for sale to the highest bidder. Money comes first and ethical concerns come second. So that's not really a good card to have. If it was right side up, possibly. But it's not. So this is going to take some strength. The card is a reminder to draw on the strength you may have forgotten about. Even the house can roar. The cat in the house can roar. So it's going to take some strength to get out of this situation. Especially since it's a major arcana card. It's going to take power, energy, action, and courage from you. But it could be also related to somebody abusing their power towards you and having discord. Okay, so we're going to read on to the 7 of Wands. This is definitely where you have gained strength because you realize somebody's in it for money. They're possibly stalking you because this card asks you to detach digitally. That means, you know, through computer resources. Pages are also known to watch you. So, like I said, be it partnership, family, business connection, it's some kind of connection here where this person is stalking you. And it's going to take strength because you feel out of balance. There's no harmony. No harmony in this whole situation. Once again, we are all looking at fire cards again. Wands is fire. Happens to be Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So look at that. What is a 7? I believe you're blocking. That's what a 7. It's usually reflecting, taking an assessment, and then gaining knowledge. In the major arcana, it's usually a guy that is sitting on their pinnacles and kind of thinking about it. Okay, let's see. You're no stranger to tendency and preserving at all costs. Some even may call it stubbornness. While you may be outnumbered by your enemies, rest assured that your position on that high peace pipe gives you the distinct advantage. Stand your ground and you'll have no trouble battling them over the edge. You'll have the upper paw. Rest assured, you are in full control. So this is having full control. Okay? So don't worry. You're kind of, you're pondering things. It's taking your strength because you know things are a little bit out of balance. Because this Page of Wands that want you to possibly reach out, playing games, but an empress never reaches out, okay? She always waits. And this one is, we aim for the same target, but fear us from fully committing. Our union needs clarity, not hesitation. This could be a situationship, you know, just putting that out there. And this is a Knight of Wands. Oh my goodness, we're looking at all fire so far. Your Knight of Wands here, especially reverse, is somebody who wants to come in and have a situationship. It's a trap. Wants to keep you tied to him or her. Reverse the roles, if you will, collective. They're in it for a short time, not a long time. They're in it for a good time. Not for the long haul at all. A night's come and go, come and go. Okay? They'll come in and test the waters, especially if you did put up a boundary with them. See where you're, you know, how you're feeling about him. But remember, they're also watching you. Of course, just because they're watching you doesn't mean that they know the whole picture. But, yeah, this is a Knight of Wands upside down. Now, everything just got out of control. And words like recklessness, hooligan, foolhardy are being tossed around. All you could see are the flickering distractions around you. Take a beat, slow down, and finish what you start. Shred the toy in front of you before moving on to the next one. Okay? So you may be dealing with someone who's reckless, who is also a hooligan. Somebody who likes to break rules. Someone, like I said, who comes in and out of your life, non-committal. Right here, that's that card, non-committal. They're only here for a short time. Sometimes a short time can turn into a long time. Because it's a trap. It's a trap of keeping you bound to them. I fear you may be falling for a false flame, one that only brings temporary happiness. This is definitely a trap. This is somebody that wants to keep you hooked to them. At the same time, possibly tear you down. They want you to call them. They don't want to be the first one to reach out, according to this reading that I'm picking up so far. They want you hooked to them, although they probably don't offer much being a page. A page is basically somebody who is irresponsible, reckless, just like this card says, reckless. They don't offer much. They know they don't offer you much. It's also trickery, swindling, and a fraud. So, this card here is a swindler who wants to keep you trapped in some kind of relationship, situationship. Possibly, I don't see the Three of Cups out here, Three Swords yet. Possibly, you know, they want to trap your heart, trap you. Excuse me for a minute while I grab a drink. Okay. And this has caused you to go into a hangman situation. You're really thinking about this whole situation a lot. You even have, you know, if you could see the cat's face, it's a little worried. The poor little guy's worried. He's just hanging on there. Almost like, hang in there, baby. You know, you just got a little bit longer to go. Just keep on hanging in there, okay? It's a Major Arcana card. We've got a lot of Major Arcana cards. Jeez. That's amazing, too. They have so many Major Arcana cards. I don't see you out here, really. You might be this one, though. Or the Fool. But the outcome is going to be a Tower. So, you got the Hangman now. This is being trapped in your head. It's reversed. Upside down, the card is a reminder that patience stops being a virtue after a while. even this shoe will drop. You probably should too. It's advising you to drop the situationship. The universe is advising you that this is probably not for your highest good, for your highest power. You know, you have a worried look right there. So, yeah. This might not be the ideal situation for your highest good. Okay? Gosh, I'm sorry about that. I was really hoping it was going to be a really uplifting kind of reading, but it is what it is. We're going to look into the Hangman upside down. So we get a more accurate reading here. Basically, you're feeling trapped. You don't know what to do. Which is this Oracle card here. You see how there's a trap laid there? This might be somebody who you think is your twin, but really, they come off as a twin at first, but then their mask slowly falls off, and then you finally get to see the real them. And it might not be a good thing to see. Because, of course, they're non-committal. They want to keep you trapped to them. Almost like a double card. You know how the double card, they have a pair that are chained together. That's what this card reminds me of, a trap. Where is the Hangman? Selfishness. It's about being selfish. So, in it for their own, whoever you're dealing with, like I said, partnership in business, partnership in love, family dynamics, they're in it just based upon their selfish needs. Okay? Your next card is Magician. This is possibly you. You're trying to manifest something. You're trying to possibly manifest leaving this whole thing behind, getting out of it. You're definitely taking strength, and you're definitely assessing the whole situation. So, that's also a major arcana card. Looks like you really are. Looks like you're trying to get out of this. There's a symbol here. Also, let me show you the infinity symbol. There's an infinity symbol right there. That means that you have all the tools you need to get out of this whole situation. That might have you kind of trapped, feeling hung, you know, feeling like you're hung upside down by this trap. Because this person may be just all about money. Okay? So right now you're feeling like you're in the Hangman position, feeling trapped, don't know what to do. But, and there's your trap. And it's because this person is all about money. They're selfish. It's all about selfishness. So, they're just thinking about what they can get, not how they could help or be assistance to you. It's all about them. Okay? So there it is. That's the Magician card. You have all your tools that you may need. Okay, you have the wands. You have the swords. You have the cups. You have the swords, wands, cups. Pentacles. You have everything you need. The Magician has everything they need to get out of a situation. And possibly call a tower on this whole situation. Let the foundation fall. Okay, the Magician card. Telling you, if you go within, you're going to find the answers. Because your highest self is going to give you the answers. Definitely. This is the magic of everyday invention. The circular snake reminds us that this is an infinite process in which matter is never truly created nor destroyed, just transformed. The playthings represent the 4 elements and the 4 terror suits, all the materials needed to make magic or art. Add wisdom and purity, represented by the red roses and white lilies, and then cast a spell. So, put it out to the universe what you want. Let the universe know that you might be feeling trapped. Let them know. Okay? Because you have all the tools to get out of this whole situation. You have everything. Sources giving you everything you need. All you have to do is ask. It may come in a download. It may come in a dream. Mine particularly came in a dream. Mine told me take a leap of faith and move. That's what I did. I took a leap of faith and I moved. Because it just wasn't feeling good to me. Okay, so we're going to look at that card there, the Magician. The Magician is somebody who, like I said, holds the power. You hold the power yourself. It's within you. You can make this decision, whether or not you want to stay, you want to go, whether or not you can handle being in this kind of a situation. I personally couldn't. The Magician has skill. It can be painful. Loss, disaster, self-confidence will be regained. Okay? So, don't worry if you're going to have to take a loss. It will be regained. There could be a disaster, but you could flip that around by alchemizing it and having self-confidence that it's all going to go in your favor. You just have to trust and believe in yourself. Which brings me to the Fool card. The Fool card is about new beginnings. It is about taking a leap of faith. Okay? This is a very good card. So, the Fool card. This is all about a new beginning. You may be getting out of this whole situation and starting anew. You personally would be calling judgment on something. It's the first card of the Major Arcana cards, usually. The card is a 0. Like a cat forced to wear accessories, we all feel foolish sometimes. This situation has made you feel a little foolish, a little confused, don't know what to do. You know you're being used for your money. Or, I don't know, whatever materials on this earthly realm. Could be food, gas, transportation, sex, who knows. You kind of feel like you're being used. But with this Magician here, you can get yourself out of it, okay? By this Knight of Wands, who could also be a Page of Wands. It's kind of graduating from a Page of Wands going into Knight of Wands. But still, the Knight of Wands does not offer you long-term stability. This card, first in the deck, reminds us that trailblazers needn't worry about the opinions of others. Cat-like curiosity is your guide. The sunny yellow background represents optimism about a venture ahead, and the white rose signifies trust. Whether that will turn out to be misplaced remains to be seen. So this is basically taking a leap of faith. It's usually the Fool card where the man is in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. The man's on a cliff, 1 foot off, 1 foot on the cliff, ready to take a leap. So you may be just closing this whole cycle out, calling a tower on it, and taking a leap in faith. We're going to find out about this too. I don't remember this two card, but I'm going to look that up just in case. I mean, it looks like a sword. But I'll make sure, okay? Okay, it's not that one. Not a cup. Chemical. Yeah, that looks like a sword to me. Yeah, that's a sword. Okay. So, we do have, of all of this, we have a sword. So you're thinking. You're using your thoughts, your intuition. You're being kind of, what's the word? You're not happy, that's for sure, in this card, of what all is going on in this whole situation. You're practical too. You're using your intellect, you're using your intelligence to possibly get out of this, and using, you know, some of your innate gifts, because you have all the tools here with the Magician. So, right here, you're taking a leap of faith because of this Two of Wands. This person, like I said, either it's a business partner, family member, or it could be a partnership, situationship. It's got you in your head. This is the card where the woman has two swords, kind of, she has them over her chest, and she's blindfolded in the Rider-Waite cards. So she's not using her eyes. She's more or less using her thoughts. She is in her head. You may be baffled by a situation around you or biased in your view of it. The Two of Swords ask you to stretch, to broaden your horizons, and at least try to see things from an objective point of view. It is fear that's keeping you from seeing things clearly. Perspective here is the key. You are feeling stuck. So twos are usually about bringing balance and has to do with partnerships and unity. So you may be in a relationship to where you might feel stuck. You may find yourself confused. But the major outcome of all this is a tower. Towers cannot necessarily be bad. Towers can come in and this is the universe's way or source's way of fixing things. Or, like I said, by you being in this hangman position and being in this position of being stuck in your head, you may just want to end this whole situation because it's built on a faulty foundation. Okay? So, that is also a major arcana card. So far we have mostly fire. We do have one air sign, which is your air signs. It could be anywhere in your chart. By the way, your air signs are Gemini, Leo, and Aquarius. And you're using your thoughts, you're using your intelligence to possibly get out of a situation that has you feeling trapped. And that's the overall energy of this whole reading, is feeling trapped. It's a 5. Most 5s in the tarot deck is about sorrow, leaving somebody out in the cold, conflict, change, instability. So, but the Tower card is your outcome. And you could call a Tower. Like I said, I called the Tower. I said, I have no more of this. I know my worth. I'm not being trapped in a situation. I'm not being trapped in somebody that doesn't know what the heck they want when I know what I want. You know what I mean? So this is a Tower card, Major Arcana, and it's upright. The Tower is the foundation you have built carefully over time. The lightning strikes even though the window tells us that this unexpected change comes from a source far greater than ourselves. This is the universe. This is the source stepping in. You may be getting downloads from source that you have to leave something behind here. You might have to just let it fall. Totally fall. It will be an unexpected change. You feel you have no power or control. 2 cats died from the tower, clearly startled and unsure of what is happening. Falling down, you were humbled. But what if you took the leap? Like I said, you could very well have decided that this might not be for you. Okay, so that is that reading. And I'm going to see if we could get some descriptions of this person. It is definitely a fire sign. Or they have fire elements in their sign. You could probably do a birth chart and find out. That's how I would do it. I'd find out. I'd use my birth chart, which you could get off the internet for free. Find out where your or each of your astrology signs are located in your 12 houses. Maybe I'll do a reading on maybe I will put your 12 houses. I did post today the card of the week, which is the moon. The moon, I wanted to talk about that also, is all about something that's being hidden. It's about deception, possibly. It's a Major Arcana card. So for this week, we have the moon. I did write a short, brief, paragraph or two about it. The moon means hidden enemies, danger, calamity, darkness, terror, deception, and error. It means instability. It's time that you maybe think about things. But let's see. I'm going to use this tea leaf fortune card. See if we can find out a little bit more about that person that might have you thinking about how they're all in it only for greed. Okay, so these are circle cards. So I broke them in thirds so that I can shuffle them a little bit easier. Let's see if we can find some descriptions about who this person might be. We already know that they got a lot of fire in their chart. They're passionate, courage, warm, and creative, which means they even fight passionately. They fight creatively, and boy, do they have an ego. I'm telling you what. Okay. They take courage sometimes when they're not living in their full power, kind of reverse power. They can be very egotistical. So here we go, you guys. Let's figure this out. Hopefully, remember, as I said before, take resonates, leave the rest behind. some of it may resonate. Oh, I got one already flipped out. Let's see what we got. A dog barking, advice from a friend. Oh, so somebody's going to give you some advice. Okay. On this whole situationship. Somebody wants to give you advice. That's nice. Always use somebody else's opinion. Because sometimes it takes a different perspective. Okay. There's two, sorry, too many. Camel. Perseverance and preserve, and you will overcome problems. So all you have to do is go within, become the magician, and you will overcome the problem of that situation. The greedy person that's in your life. The one that wants to take from you and not give to you, really. You just want to take. I call them takers. Okay, universe. Can you give us, oh, okay. That's too many. That's way too many, okay. Flipped over. So we're going to bring those back. Universe, can you please give me a card of the description of who might be this greedy person, who thinks only about themselves, who is thinking about money, who doesn't care about my beautiful collective. You possibly tell us a little bit more about this whole situation. And work achievement and successes. So all you have to do is just work and you will have successes. It's also trying to tell you that when you're working, please don't give to anything or anybody, because what you work for is for you and your family and, you know, those you care about. Not for somebody that's just going to come in and love bomb you, somebody that's going to future fake you, somebody who's non-committal, someone who just wants to string you along. This work achievement and success is for you, collective, okay? And those you love and care about. It's not for somebody who wants to take advantage of you. So please pay attention to the signs, okay? Oh, we got 2. 3, actually, we'll take them. Calm, be careful, do not take risks at this time. What I always say is, if somebody comes in and asks you for money, a loan, or just wants, you know, some money, you really need to think about it and ask yourself, can I give this person money without it hurting me, without it hurting my budget, without hurting my family, without hurting my bills? Will it take away from me to where I put myself stuck? If it does, I suggest hold back. If it doesn't, then freely give. But this is saying be careful, do not take risk at this time. To kind of hold your cards close to your chest, hold your money in your pockets, in your pocketbook, your purse. But you're going to have a friend that's going to come in and help. And if you persevere, you're going to get out of this whole situation. And you have a bridge. Successful overcoming a problem. Successfully overcoming this problem. So you're going to get out of this problem with success. Okay? Remember, you're the magician. And you can call a tower on anything you want to call a tower on. And then I have 2 last cards to give to you. If you get out of this situationship, this partnership, this business partnership, this family dynamics, you will obtain great happiness. This is great happiness there. Okay, so please think about your situation. Give it much thought. Okay? Make a decision. And your last card, you will be playing a different role. So you will be playing a different role. That's nice. I don't think you're going to call a tower on this whole situationship, okay? But We already know that it's a fire sign that's going to have you in your head. Your swords element, which is also air, fire. It's a fire and air dynamic where the fire is fueling the air. The fire of this person's or the situation is kind of fueling, you know how air always makes a flame go higher. So that's what I see in this reading. I hope it resonates with you. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate with you, then come back later and it might resonate with you at a later time. This is a collective message. Please take resonates. What doesn't, leave the rest behind. I do wish you peace, power, joy, love, and happiness at this time. And goodbye for now. Thank you.